Also, I would like to take this moment.
I swear to God, I was just thinking the same thing. I was about to say.
You want to set it up, then?
Absolutely.
Go ahead, set it up.
All right, so we post a lot of clips. We have a lot of social media. We have the Irish Spaghetti everywhere. Twitter.
Got our first hate comments. Milestone.
Come on, baby. We were so excited, man. We said something profound enough to have people stop, listen. I mean, people that we've never met before in our lives, stop, listen, and comment on what we're saying. And they had their critiques. They, some of the critiques were okay. I'm all right with somebody, saying what we're doing.
Everyone's welcome to have an opinion in our world.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, post what you want, man. We're not like the rest, dude. Go nuts. You don't like us. You want to call me names. I don't give a fuck. It's fine.
Easy peasy.
It's fine, dude. It really is. It's okay.
But then
just keep watching.
Then there's this one. Then there's somebody who's just not getting what we're doing and criticizing what we're trying to do.
We're not going to bash this person. We're taking this opportunity to clarify what our mission statement is and what the direction for our show is and why we're actually doing this. Because it's come to our attention that we actually need to basically promote our brand and explain to people what our goal is. Because there's only two types of shows that exist nowadays, and everyone's trying to define you as one of the two, and no one really knows how to place us yet. So we need to clarify what our mission statement is, more or less. So, all right, so we want to make this clear. So the comment was something about us having subpar media literacy. That was the phrase, right?
Yes, that's exactly what he used.
He said something about our media literacy.
These guys have
well
no
below
idea.
Average,
yes, exactly.
Okay, which is fine. So, all right, so to that point, gentlemen that wrote that or whoever else is listening, our goal isn't to have the highest media literacy. What the point of this show is, why we created this show, is because there was a glorious time that Billy and I both grew up. We're similarly aged. We grew up in this time called the 90s. And in the late 80s, 90s. In the late 80s and 90s, and even early 2000s, you used to be able to just shoot the shit and talk, and people weren't obsessed with every minuscule detail of your phrasing and your word choice, and is that information accurate, and where did you get that information from? Is that the right data? And if one thing is out of place and the whole world comes down on you, shits on you. So what we want to do here, what this show is, it's remember back in the day when you would just be sitting around at your friend's house, maybe in the garage just having beers, or in the backyard, or maybe around a fire.
Patio table.
And you're just shooting the shit and just speculating, making up nonsense, just talking garbage. The whole goal was just for it to be entertaining. And that's what this show is. We have our opinions, we have our thoughts and our points of view, blah, blah, blah. But we're just two guys from the 90s that are just chopping up and shooting the shit. And quite frankly, we're not overly concerned at all with how accurate we are about the news.
Absolutely.
That's not the goal of the show. We're trying to remind people that you're allowed to just have a good time and just shoot the shit, and it's okay to even be wrong sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's not a big deal. We don't have to bite each other's heads off. We're just talking shit, man. That's all it is. So so the person that wrote that comment, you're absolutely right. We do not have the highest media literacy. It is not our goal.
Yeah.
That is not our goal. Our goal is just to have a good time and just to, again, talk shit, have fun, man.
Absolutely.
That's all it is.
If you want to compare us to anything, think O&A, Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn.
We're just regular
Howard
guys.
Stern, when we could literally take any subject and just roll with it. It means nothing.
And you know what? And entertainment doesn't come from perfect accuracy. This myth that exists nowadays where if you have a platform, you have to be this, button up, and you have to be accurate, and because people are listening. Dude, you could just bullshit, man. That's all nonsense. Just let that go. Let that go. We're going to be wrong a lot. We're going to say some crazy off the wall shit. That's what makes it entertaining.
and then also that, but I mean, all right, but even if we did do that, we dialed it in. If you didn't like the statistics that we come up with, you're just going to say it's wrong anyway. So how can I fucking win? Yeah. So it doesn't make a difference.
But
you know
also,
what? So just chill out.
Yeah.
What we say is what we say. It's just how we feel.
These are the same
That's
people,
it.
though, that try to yell at comedians for being inaccurate.
Exactly.
It's fucking comedy, man. It's not supposed to be accurate. It's supposed to be funny. So
it's just entertainment.
So just
guys.
come bullshit with us. So if you watch the show and you feel weird about it, because we bring up stories that everyone else in the media is talking about, we don't cover it with perfect accuracy or every little detail of the story and all that. Know that we know that.
Yeah.
It's not our goal. We just want to bullshit and have a good time and just show you guys that you can do that as well. And hopefully you come with us on that journey. So to the person that wrote that comment, thank you for watching. Thank you for posting that comment and for giving us the idea to clarify our message and our mission statement. We're still new to this as well. We're growing, we're learning, we're advancing, we're adapting, and we're on a journey as well. You're going to see us go through our growing pains. The whole goal of the show is authenticity, not perfect accuracy. Authenticity.
So when you're out and you're ice fishing and you catch a big one and you bring it back to the house and you eat it, not for just energy and to stay alive, but the mercury in its blood warms yours. That's the only way you're going to survive through the night, because it's below 42 and the facial hair on your face is cracking off because it's so cold. And you wrap over in your bear skin and you look at your phone and you say, "You guys have no literacy meter." I want you to know it's not what we're going for, pal.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Those shows already exist.
Yes.
We already have Ben Shapiro and Tim Pool and Tucker Carlson. They're out there.
And if you don't believe those guys, then they're lying too, and then go to your side, and they don't believe that.
That's the funny
lying.
thing is that like this idea that like that anyone is even able to tell the quote unquote truth, like. Even if you're 100% right and you're telling the exact truth, someone else is just going to try to like discredit it. So then you're arguing about whether or not what they said is accurate and like, well, is it actually like whatever, January 6th. I've been seeing a bunch of videos come up my feed about how we've been lied to about that and how that's not true. So like someone puts out something and they go, oh, that's what it is. And then someone else says, no, actually they're lying because they didn't reveal this, and this information. And then they talk about whether or not the thing that was even said in the first place was true. And now we're just like way off the rails, away from the entire point. That's not what we're trying to do. That's not what we're trying to do. We all need to have common sense and good eyesight and a little bit of intuition. At the end of the day, it's up to you personally to decide what you believe and what you don't believe and what's right and what's wrong. And I do my own version of that. I pray, I ask God, I listen to my heart, and I do what I believe is right. And that's the end of that. Media literacy is not our primary objective. We're just trying to have a good time, guys.
Yeah, and if you don't
look at this fucking thing behind us here. That's hilarious. This is what we do.
Hey, huh?
This is what we're doing.